Okay, number one, meeting is recorded by us, and we would like to request everyone to mute their microphones while the speakers are having their segment. And we will have the chat box later on. If you have any questions, of course, we are glad to entertain them. We will have the Q&A segment towards the latter part of the program. So you please use the chat box to write down your questions. So without much further ado, let me introduce you and turn over the virtual floor to our sales and marketing manager of Ayala Land Hong Kong in the person of Richard Sonsim. Richard, please take it away.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone here. Thank you for spending your wonderful night tonight with us. It's going to be short, sweet, and concise. So first of all, this is the Ayala Land Hong Kong team. Myself is you may call me Richardson or Richard for short. I'm the sales and marketing manager. Our beautiful country manager, Ms. Tasha A. Bangkod, who was just presenting earlier, and of course our ever helpful and diligent Ms. Jonna B. Duques, who will be helping us with the customer relations and admin officer once you purchase a Philippine property. Okay, so let me just go to the next page. Okay, so this is the program flow for tonight. This is the Philippine Property Outlook first. Then I'll be discussing about the Metro Manila subway and the Makati Intra-City subway construction that's currently already happening, and of course the project presentations with the Circuit Makati Estate, which is Callisto Tower 2 and the upcoming Estela Tower 1 in Circuit Makati, and the Avila Towers Verge in Mandaluyong City, and Arca South Estate, which is the Avila Towers 1 Union Place. So we have some RFO units here and FAQs, then the Q&A section later on. So our guest speakers for tonight are Miss Rika Justo. She's the Alveo Project Site Manager for Circuit Makati, and of course the none other than handsome Mr. J. Sebastian, our Avida International Sales Operation Manager for Avida Land Corp. Of course, let me just start now. Building your future with Ayala Land. Of course, looking at the Philippines ASEAN 5 projected GDP growth in 2022, the Philippines is currently leading the pack, and we're looking at around 7.3% on the projected GDP growth for the year 2022. You can see other ASEAN nations there as well. In here, you can also see the emerging Southeast Asian countries comparison. You can look at the Philippine population right now. Back in 2020, it was 106 million, but 2022 is actually now at 109 million. So there's already a growth of 3 million. Median average age is 24 years old, so it's a very young country. It's very similar to Cambodia on the average age. So it's younger than Thailand, younger than Vietnam, younger than Indonesia. GDP per capita, it's $10,000 per year. By 2050, we're looking, the PricewaterhouseCoopers is looking at the Philippines to be the 19th largest economy in the world. 19. So that will be a very big improvement by 2050. So when you're looking at around 2040, you'll be looking at the Philippines already at its 25th or 24th ranking already. So that's only 15, 20 years from now. Property ownership for foreigners in the Philippines is okay. Perpetual ownership for condominiums, mortgage available for Hong Kong residents if you're based in Hong Kong. If you're a Filipino based abroad, no problem. Our bank partners can always help you. The capital gains tax or CGT is 6% when you sell your property on later on and make a profit out of it. The credit rating from Standard & Poor's is triple B positive, so this is 2 notches above investment grade rating. You can see other countries there also having almost the same rating. So the Philippines is actually higher in investment grade rating comparing with Thailand and Indonesia. All right. Government debt to GDP is 47%. This has slightly increased because of the pandemic, but still in a manageable level. And of course, the English Proficiency Index. So if ever you go to the Philippines, you've never been there, our English Proficiency Index is pretty good and pretty high. And it'll be easy if you only speak English and come visit the Philippines. You will really have no hard time at all. So, looking at this, CNN Philippines, Business World, Business Mirror, they're all saying that the Philippines is poised for a market rebound in 2022, and we are already seeing it actually. That's why some pay terms are slightly changing. So please, if ever you're looking for a Philippine property, consider the year 2022 as your year of buying one. So in a nutshell, residential 2021 condominium completion was up 159%. Developers are lining up projects right now. So vertical, which is the towers, horizontal, the house and lot units to capture the recovery. And rents and prices to pick up are already happening in 2022. I'm already seeing a lot of students renting out places nearby schools and universities. And of course, office spaces as well. So, improving appetite for land banking indicates recovery, rising land values. So, Makati Central Business District, we're looking at 846,000 pesos per square meters, BGCs at 816,000 per square meters, and Manila Bay Area is around 359, and Ortigas Business District at 355,000. Yeah. All right. So you can see here, this is the central business districts. Okay, so that's why that's the per square meter. So there's already a very good improvement on the recovery side. And here, the inflation is also starting to inch up in the Philippines. Looking at 2019, the unemployment rate was around 5.1. Then the pandemic struck, it became 10.3%. Then back to fourth quarter 2021, it's 6.5%. So by around Q3 or Q4, the end of 2022, I think we will be on our pre-pandemic levels. Hopefully, yes. And I think that's going to happen mainly because many people are already vaccinated, and the COVID is about to get to be an endemic disease. Inflation rate is currently in around 4.1% fourth quarter 2021. So the Philippines is still the fourth largest recipient of remittances. So you need, if you're not Filipino, a lot of there are around 10 million Filipinos abroad currently working in different countries like the U.S., Singapore, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Japan, UK, UAE, Canada, South Korea, and Qatar, even Hong Kong as well, right? So these people will send in US dollars, Hong Kong dollars, in back to the Philippines, which helps out the economy pretty big. So the projected rise in 2022 in remittances is 4%. There's already a single-digit increase, and it should be going back normal soon. Build, build, build. 29,000 kilometer of roads completed, 5,950 bridges completed, 214 airports completed, and 451 commercial and social seaports as of July 21, 2021. So we're looking at a lot of infrastructure happening currently in the Philippines, not just in Metro Manila. So you have bridges, you have the Metro Manila subway, which I will be discussing later on as well, and different terminal airports opening in Clark in Pampanga too. So here you can also see that our public works and highway is already completing a lot of infrastructure projects this year, and there is some revival of canceled infrastructure projects that is seen also this year because the financial conditions are better now. The PPP and Build program by the previous and the current government, you can also see here. The Airport Expressway is completed. The North Luzon Expressway segment number 10 is completed. These are major projects of infrastructure. You can also see that tonight we'll be talking about the Metro Manila subway right here, which will be completed by around 2026, 2027. So I think almost 50% of them are already completed, are about to be completed this year or next year. So the big ticket items will be happening in 2027. So Ayala Land, being the largest and most experienced real estate developer in the Philippines, you can see that background. That's our Makati City background. So more about the company first. Ayala Corporation was established back in 1835. We have different subsidiaries. So we are in real estate, of course, Ayala Land. We have banking services, the Bank of the Philippine Islands, IMI, AC Industrials is our software or industrial technologies. We have education and hospitals as well, QualiMed, and these are the different companies of Ayala Core, right here. So you can also see the Ayala Automotive in the Philippines. Honda, Isuzu, Kia, KTM, Maxus, and Volkswagen are currently also part of the Ayala Land dealership in the Philippines. So Ayala Land also marked its 30th year in the Philippine Stock Exchange last year. So this is a very big thing because it's already 30 years old in the PSE. And also here, back in 1988, it was publicly listed in 1991. And you can see here where we've been developing for 187 years of land development. That's the experience you're looking at right now with Ayala. And we have 12,000 hectares of land banking. We have 57 growth centers, or these are usually we call estates. And we have office spaces, we have malls, and we have hotel, resorts, and rooms. Of course, we are committed to excellence. And back in 2021, we have a number of awards records. So especially from the IBA Stevie Awards and winning Grand Stevie and the 13 Titan Property Awards back in 2021. Ayala Land, enhancing land, enriching lives for more people. So these are the balancing complementary businesses that we have. So in the property development side, we sell residential projects. These are the condominiums, house and lot units. The office for sale, we're also selling offices, commercial spaces in Laguna and Pampanga. And of course, industrial lots, the big industrial lots, just in case you have the need for that space, or if you have a friend who needs that for that space. We're also into commercial leasing, our malls, our offices, and we also have service apartments nowadays and the factory buildings and warehouses. Our hotels, if you've heard of the Fairmont and Raffles in Makati, they are Ayala owned. Holiday Inn franchise in the Philippines is Ayala owned, and the Mandarin Oriental as well. And currently we have our homegrown Seda hotels, which we have around 11 branches already, and the ever popular El Nido in Palawan. We have hotel rooms and a resort there as well. For our services, the Makati Development Corporation is our main builder of our properties. We build our own properties, okay? So we build them, we market them, and we also manage them. That's the Ayala Property Management Corporation, or APMC. So we manage our own properties as well. Excuse me. So we're also into sustainable power sources, especially with solar technology nowadays. And of course, we have our airline service, AirSwift, which we usually go from Manila to El Nido to Boracay and other parts of the Philippines. So back in 1948, you can see here Makati was developed by Ayala Land. Back in 1948, Makati City was our airport. That's why you can see the Ayala Triangle. It's actually two runways intersected together. 1990, that's our Cebu Park District. BGC back in 2000, and in 2006 we launched New Valley in Laguna, which is very popular now for a lot of homeowners. Mixed-use estates and thriving communities. So these are the Ayala Land estates in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. These are big estates of Ayala. And these are our brands, ALP, Alveo, Avida, Amaya, and Bellavita. Of course, we have a unique track record. So going to Metro Manila Subway now, 2026. You can see here the government is planning to build 17 stations spanning 36 kilometers. So that'll be from north to south of Metro Manila. So in here is the Shaw Station and the FDR or Arca South Station, which we will be discussing more later on. Miss Rika and Mr. J will be discussing this. So in the Shaw stations, we'll be discussing Avida Towers first, which is 10 minutes away, 10 minutes walk to that station, and the Avida Towers, One Union Place, which is only around almost 8 minutes walk from that station. So this is how it looks like.
You're a lonely sailor, and your soul is made of wind and rain, doubts and blame. I'm a weary pirate, and my heart is made of dust and
Okay, so you can already see the subway already being built. So that was the Mega Manila subway or the Metro Manila subway. Now we're going to the Makati Intra-City subway, which will be built by 2026. In here, this is the Makati Intra-City subway in orange. There will be an intersection point with the Metro Manila subway somewhere here in Kalayaan in the University of Makati. So there will be an intersection point here on where you can travel going to the northern part of Metro Manila or to the southern part, and intersect here and transfer going to some parts of Makati City. So circuit will be one of them. So up to 10 stations, and it's also connected to different parts of MRT and the Mega Manila subway, of course. So this is how the excavation is currently looking at already in the Makati City area. And this is the Makati City subway update from the drone. And Circuit Makati Station will have we have Callisto and the Estela being here as well. So just a reminder.
Construction of the Philippines' first ever subway line seen to impact surrounding land and property prices positively. That's according to Joey Roy Bondok, the senior manager for research of Colliers International. He says the prices of land and property within a kilometer of the new subway will likely double or even triple in value. The subway project will run from Quirino Highway in Quezon City all the way to Terminal 3 of the Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Pasay City. Bondok expects developers to cash in on the area.
Okay, so Colliers Philippines is saying that the Philippine property prices in this area are either to double or even triple in value by 2027. So you have two major infrastructure currently happening. You have the Metro Manila subway and the Makati Intra-City subway. So now let me just call on Ms. Rika Justo, our Alveo project site manager, who will be discussing more about our Circuit Makati project, and which are basically the Callisto Tower 2 and the Estela Tower 1. So Ms. Rika, can you hear?
Hi, Rich.
Okay,
Good
let me
evening,
just
everyone.
transfer you the remote control.
Yes, please.
All right. Okay, please confirm if you have control now. That's great.
All right, I have it already, Rich. So good
Thank you.
evening, everyone. Thank you, Rich. And I'm Rika again. I'm the site manager handling Circuit Makati residential and office project. And before we jump into the estate briefing or information, I would just like to remind you again why you should choose Makati for your next property investment in the Philippines. As we all know and as discussed by Rich, Makati is a true global city. So it's still home of 60 to 70% of the local and international companies' headquarters in the country. So different offices are still situated in Makati City, which makes it the top choice in terms of residential investment. So plus we still have different universities nearby, hospitals, and of course luxury or shopping malls within the city. And of course, the highlight of this evening's webinar is the infrastructures that will be built around the estate. So in Circuit Makati, we are very, very proud and excited that we will have our very own subway station in the estate. So it will really connect Circuit to other parts of the city up to BGC or Taguig area already. So of course, once this infrastructure are finished, you can really expect that the prices or the value of the properties in Circuit is more likely to be doubled or triple in value. So now really is the perfect time to position yourself in Circuit Makati while these infrastructures are still under construction. So as you can see in the photo, it already started since last year. So this will be operational by 2026. And aside from the Makati Subway project, we will also be benefiting directly from the Pasig River Expressway project. So this project has been approved already last year. This is a 19-kilometer, 6-lane elevated expressway that will run along the banks of Pasig River. So it will connect 5 cities or 5 major cities in Metro Manila from Intramuros, Manila all the way to Makati, Mandaluyong, Pasig, up to Taguig area. So Circuit Makati will have its very own ramp. So the Buendia ramp will be in Circuit Makati. So again, you'll be directly benefiting from this project in the near future. And aside from this, the access or the accessibility of the estate from the heart of Makati CBD, we are less than 3 kilometers away from Makati Medical Center, which is the center of Makati City. So from there, going to the estate, it's 3 lanes one way. And going back to the CBD, that's 2 lanes one way. So even during rush hour, it really is not congested in the area going to and from the estate. And aside from that, inside the estate, we have a transport terminal which will connect you to other developments or estates being developed by Ayala Land. So we have P2P buses or point-to-point buses. Its routes are going to south, such as New Valley, Alabang, some parts of Quezon City or the north, up to Cavite area. So it will really connect you to other parts of Metro Manila. And moving on to the estate, Circuit Makati is the entertainment district of Makati City. This is the only entertainment district being developed by Ayala Land. This is a 21 hectares complete mixed-use development with a hotel, offices, residential, and of course, retail and entertainment. So let me show you the design inspiration of the estate. I'm sure you're all familiar with elements in Hong Kong, Tokyo Midtown in Japan, and Roppongi Hills in Japan. These three are a combination of a hotel, residential, retail, and entertainment. And this is the design inspiration in Circuit Makati. So let me also show you the actual photos of developments in Circuit Makati. So this is again a 21 hectares complete mixed-use development. And when you enter the estate, the first developments or components that will welcome you are our offices. So we have our actual photos of our offices right here. And we have our residential block right here, and the rest are all for retail and entertainment. So we have our city kart racing, a football field, Mountain Dew skate park, and a concert ground, which will eventually give way to a contemporary arts museum. So the highlight of the estate is the Samsung Performing Arts Theater right here. You can compare it with the Cultural Center of the Philippines or the Soler Performing Arts Theater. This is a 1,500 seating capacity. And in the near future, actually this July 2022, this will be finally open to public. So we are expecting that international operas and big events will be held here very soon, considering this is a world-class indoor theater. It really was made with international standards. So it's much spacious, much modern than our current performing arts theater in the country. So it will again increase the foot traffic in Circuit Makati. So if you invest in Circuit Makati, you'll be directly connected to all this entertainment inside the estate. So moving on to the retail developments in the estate, we have Circuit Lane. If you are familiar with Bonifacio High Street, this is a 253 meters of alfresco dining, coffee shops, restaurants, and bar. And from all our residential projects, you are directly connected to this retail development. So this circuit lane is connected to the Ayala Mall circuit and SNR membership shopping. So just to share with you, during the pandemic, especially during the lockdown, the tenants and the unit owners in our Solstice Towers are very, very happy because they don't have to go somewhere far for their groceries and even to shop and dine. Because inside the estate, we already have different options for shopping and even for dining with this retail development. So it really is convenient for the tenants and unit owners. And as you can see here, again, you are directly connected to all retail developments in Circuit Makati. So from the upper ground floor, you can go directly to the Ayala Mall circuit, or using the lower ground floor, you are already at the circuit lane or our retail strip in Circuit Makati. And of course, something that will always be there in any Ayala estate are open spaces and greenery. So even though you are in a highly urbanized city, Makati, you will still have an open spaces and greeneries where you can have. We have here a jogging path, biking lanes, and even at the upper ground level of the Ayala Mall circuit, you have a jogging path. And also, Circuit Makati is the biggest and most accommodating pet-friendly destination in Makati City. So this open ground right here, or the concert ground, serves as the picnic area during weekends. So this is perfect for families and friends where you can bond together in a Circuit Makati. So we also have alfresco dining by the riverside. So before we show you our residential projects, let me just reiterate that we have 4 office projects in Circuit Makati as of the moment. So if you are planning for your units to be rented out in the future, you really have a huge market already for your unit. So you will not have a hard time finding a tenant for your unit. All right, so for our residential projects in Circuit Makati, we have Solstice Towers and Callisto Towers. So of course, the condo rental rates in Makati City are very much competitive. So I have here a comparison of condo rental rates in Ortigas and Quezon City, wherein in those areas, the rental rates are ranging 600 to 1,400 per square meters, while in Makati City, that's 1,000 to 1,900 per square meter. So this is a proof that you can never go wrong with a Makati property with this high rental incomes per month. So for our residential projects, first we have Solstice Towers and Callisto Towers. So let me just run through Solstice Towers. This is our very first projects, just to show you the turnover of Alveo project. So as you can see, we have very, very beautiful project in Circuit Makati. And this is a photo of the hallway, the lobby, and some finished unit. Actually, the investors here are very, very happy. That's why they are reinvesting to Callisto Towers because they love the finishes, the turnover, and of course, they are getting the return of their investment. Imagine, by the time they invested in Solstice Towers way back 2013, it was only around 113,000 per square meters. But now, this is already 230,000 per square meter. So that's already more than doubled. And how much more if we already have the subway station and some other infrastructure project that you'll be directly benefiting from when you invest in Circuit Makati. You can also expect that the rental rates will shoot up considering we have our very own subway station in Circuit Makati. So again, now is the perfect time to position yourself in Circuit Makati while all those infrastructures are still under construction. So for our project with existing inventory, we have Callisto Towers. This will be turned over by second quarter of 2024. So I'll be discussing the Tower 2 because the Tower 1 is already sold out. So for the Tower 2, we'll have 45 floors with 615 units. The amenities will be shared by Callisto 1 and 2 at the ninth floor. And the start of turnover again will be second quarter of 2024. So if you are looking for a pre-selling project with nearing turnover, this is the perfect project for you. And I am very proud to announce that Callisto is our most in-demand project in Makati City. And actually, the highlight of Callisto Towers is its amenities. So we have a very, very nice amenities for Callisto Towers. Its indoor and outdoor amenities will have a boardroom for your meetings, will have a gym, library, a function room for your gatherings and mini celebration, and a game room. And again, Callisto, we won an award way back at 2019 as the best residential high-rise development in the Philippines. Imagine, this is not yet finished. It's still under construction, but it's already an award-winning project. So we already incorporated the latest design for Callisto Towers. That's why this is also our fastest selling and record breaking Makati project. This is our highest international sale for 2021. Around 60 to 70 units were sold for the fourth quarter of 2021 for this beautiful project in Makati City. Again, very, very beautiful project. So this is already 90% sold. Imagine the turnover will begin 2 years from now, but it's almost sold already. But the good thing is that we still have 60 units available that you can choose from. So this is a virtual tour of the model unit. As you can see, it's a floor to ceiling window. We really incorporated the latest design for this project. So the investors really love the design of Callisto Tower. So we will send you the virtual tour of our model unit. And let me show you a sample computation for the Callisto Towers. This is 1716 unit facing north or Ortigas skyline. So this is one bedroom with balcony, 63 square meters, very, very spacious for a one bedroom unit. The good thing is that we are offering 10% foreign discount for Callisto Towers. Not all Alveo projects are offering foreign discount. And this is a limited offer until April 30 only. So imagine for a one bedroom unit, that's around 230 Hong Kong dollar discount already. So the total contract price inclusive of VAT for this project is around 2.3 Hong Kong dollars. And again, we are still offering the lightest promo term for a one bedroom unit. That's 10% spot down payment, 20% spread, and the balance. So the reservation fee for this month is only 7,500 Hong Kong dollar. Down payment is 10%, around 220,000, and amortization for 48 months or 4 years is around 9,000 Hong Kong dollars, and the balance is it can be bank finance or payable in cash. So again, just to give you an idea or background, pre-pandemic, the reservation fee for all Alveo projects, condo projects, are 200,000 pesos. So this is a limited offer, and we are already changing the payment term. So this offer right here, the 10-20-70 term, it's until April 30 only. So if you are really interested to invest in Makati, I hope you can take advantage and lock in the payment term before it's no longer be offered to Callisto Towers. So for our 2-bedroom units, again for Callisto, we still have 1 and 2 bedroom units available. So for the 2-bedroom unit, we have Sunrise Villas. These are our special 2-bedroom units located at the podium level, very exclusive at 5 units only to a floor, and you are directly connected to your parking lot, so it's very convenient. And for a sample computation for this unit, this is our most or our biggest 2-bedroom unit at 104 square meters corner unit. So for the total contract price for this unit, it's around 3.8 Hong Kong dollar. Again, 10-20-70 term. So down payment is around 370,000 Hong Kong dollars. The amortization is around 15,000 Hong Kong dollars only for 4 years. All right. So of course, this is the construction update. So as you can see, we are already halfway to our completion. So for the Tower 1, it's already 60% completed. For Tower 2, it's already 44% completed. So now really is the perfect time to invest in Callisto Towers while all the infrastructure projects are still under construction. So these units are ready for reservation in case you are already decided to lock in the promo term for Callisto. And of course, last February, we launched our new West Makati project. This is Astella Towers in Circuit Makati. Location will be right here. The one highlighted in yellow. So it's right in front of Solstice Towers beside the retail strip or the circuit lane, and also beside Ayala Mall Circuit and SNR membership shopping. So this is Astella Towers. So this is our only Makati project that we'll be launching this year. And for the general information, we'll have 35 floors with 409 units for Astella Tower 1. The amenities will be shared by the Astella Tower 1 and Tower 2 at the 10th floor. And the start of turnover will be second quarter of 2029 or 7 years from now. So if you are looking for a pre-selling project with longer payment term, this is the perfect project that you can invest on. So let me show you the renderings of the Grand Lobby. So you are directly connected to all retail developments, SNR, Ayala Mall Circuit, and Circuit Lane. This is the elevator lobby. So we really incorporated a contemporary design to complement with what we are promoting in Circuit Makati, which is the entertainment district of Makati. And the highlight of the project is its amenities. So we'll have a resort type amenities for Astella Towers. So we'll have indoor and outdoor amenities that you can enjoy. And to show you the renderings, we'll have a gym, a boardroom for your meetings or gatherings, or we'll also have a co-working spaces or library and a function room for your gatherings and mini celebration. And my personal favorite part of the amenities is the Zen Lounge or the open deck. So at the 10th floor or amenity level, we will have a landscape deck with a panoramic view of the Makati skyline. So as you can see, we are really, really excited for the amenities. It's a beautiful amenities that you can enjoy. And this is the example of the view from the amenities. And for those units facing south or facing the Makati skyline, so you will really have a panoramic view of the Makati skyline from the amenities or from the unit. And for the unit mix, we have a lot of units, studio and 1-bedroom units. It makes up to 75% of the whole development. So for Makati projects, the first units that being rented out are our studio and 1-bedroom units. So this is the perfect units that you can invest on. the studio and one bedroom unit. So we have a lot of units to be released during the priority selling. So for the comparison, I would just like to highlight that we will have bigger unit sizes for Estela Towers comparing to our Callisto project. So for studio units, we will have 33 to 34 square meters. For one bedroom, it's 65 square meters. For two bedroom, it's 95 to 96 square meters. And for three bedroom unit, that's 126 square meters. Very spacious three bedroom units. And all units will have a balcony comparing to Callisto, that our studio units have no balcony. So the privacy and exclusivity are highlighted for Estela Towers. We will only have 16 units to a floor. So for local buyers, we'll be offering this payment terms. And the good thing is we will be offering promo terms during the priority selling for Estela Towers. So for the property values in Circuit Makati, it's already 95% versus the time that we first launched our project in Circuit Makati. So again, now is the perfect time to position yourself in Circuit Makati while Ayala Land Premier did not enter the estate yet. So Ayala Land Premier, the luxury brand of Ayala, will also launch a project in Circuit Makati. And just to give you an idea, our Hillside Ridge project in Cavite, before ALP or Ayala Land Premier enters the picture, the lots are ranging 20 to 25,000 only per square meters. But when Ayala Land Premier enters the picture, Alveo prices, of course, also shoot up. So it's already 35,000 to 37,000 per square meters now. So now is the best time to position yourself in Circuit Makati. So for the pricing of Estela Towers, we'll be offering it at 266 to 325,000 per square meter. So for the studio units, it's 9 to 10 million pesos. For one bedroom, it's 17 to 18 million. For two bedroom, it's 25 to 27 million. And for three bedroom, it's 35 to 36 million pesos. But the good thing also is we'll be offering mid-zone units during the priority selling. So we just launched this project more than a month ago. So by fourth week or last week of April, that will be our priority selling. So this is still under letter of intent gathering. So if you are interested to reserve a unit for this project, you can submit your letter of intent with the seller who invited you for this webinar. So again, we will be releasing 63 studio units. So if you'd like to invest in a studio unit, we will make sure that you will get the best studio during the priority selling. So we'll release 45 one-bedroom units, 27 two-bedroom, and limited three-bedroom units only, because we'll be offering one-bedroom unit only to a floor. Let me show you the floor layout. As you can see, one three-bedroom unit only to a floor. So this is the most or very special unit. And we'll have three two-bedroom units to a floor with units facing amenities and the Makati skyline, five one-bedroom units to a floor, and seven studio units to a floor. And for a sample computation, let me show you here again. For studio units, it's 33 to 34 square meters with balcony. And we will be offering it at 1.6 million Hong Kong dollars. So the promo term during the priority selling is 10% spot down payment, 50% in 83 months or 7 years, and the balance. So the reservation fee for this project is 100,000. Oops, sorry. Ayan. So 100,000 for the studio unit. All right. So down payment is around, it's 10%, around 150 Hong Kong dollars. The amortization is 10,000 Hong Kong dollars only. That's 83 months or 7 years. So we will really have the time to prepare for the balance, wherein you will loan from the bank or pay it in cash. And for a one-bedroom unit computation, This is 10, 30, 60 payment terms. So this is 65 square meters, around 2.9 Hong Kong dollars in total. And then lighter payment term. So instead of paying 10% spot, you will have an option to pay it in 3 months. So that's 91,000 for 3 months. And then you will have your amortization at 10.7 thousand per month. So don't worry, the sample computations will be provided by the team. So for the 2-bedroom unit, sample computation, of course, lighter payment term at 10, 20, 60. I'm sorry, 10, 20, 70 payment term. So that's, we will also have an option for the split down payment in 6 months. So instead of 3 months, that's 6 months. Very light payment term, 73,000 down payment only, and 11,000 monthly amortization for 78 months. So for the last unit, 3-bedroom unit, our most or biggest unit, 10 in 6, 20, 70 terms. So the monthly amortization is 15,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. So don't worry, all the sample computations will be provided by the team after this meeting. So you can review it. And once you are decided, you can also submit your letter of intent. So we will only need 4 requirements to queue your entry during the priority selling. First, signed letter of intent. Second, signed priority selling agreement form, your valid ID, and reservation fee check payable to Alveo Land Corp. That's amounting to 100,000 per unit and 50,000 pesos per parking. So don't worry, we will only get a scanned payment or scanned check. So we will not get the physical check from you until the priority selling. So I hope you can already submit your letter of intent so we can queue, because once you submitted your LOI to the seller, we will queue your entry. That will be your number during the priority selling. So of course, it's a first come first serve basis. So the earlier you submit your LOI, the best unit that will be given to you. All right, so to sum up my presentation, reasons to invest in Circuit Makati. First, it's being developed solely by Ayala Land, the leading developer in the Philippines with a proven track record. Second, Circuit Makati is located within the unrivaled business capital in the country, the leading business district in the country. And third, Circuit Makati will be directly benefiting from the Build project, or the Makati Subway and the Pasig River Expressway project. So that's it for my presentation for Circuit Makati. If you have any question, please message it on our chat box and I'll be directly answering it. All right, so thank you everyone, and let me turn you over again to Rich for the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rica Justo of Alveo. Let me just transfer now the remote control to Mr. J. Sebastian of Avida Lancor. Okay. Okay, before that, I'd like to introduce on Mr. J. Sebastian. Of course, he's currently 10 years in the real estate industry already. He's a graduate of tourism at the Bachelor of Science and degree in tourism at UP Diliman. He also has a master's business and master's degree in Ateneo de Manila Graduate Business School, and he's a licensed real estate broker, real estate investor, handled different departments of Avida Lancor, and currently the international sales group manager for Avida Lancor. So I'd just like to call on now Mr. J. Sebastian for the Avida Towers Verge and Avida Towers 1 Union Place in Arca South presentation. Please take it away, Sir J.
Thank you very much, Richard, for that very wonderful introduction. Let me see if I can control the slides already. Seems like I can control them. All right. So it is my privilege to... Hold on. What slide are you seeing, Richard?
CBD at fringe costs. Yes, okay, there.
Hold on. I think I'm having technical difficulty. What are you seeing?
I'm currently seeing the location.
Okay, so I'm very proud to present to you our project in Avida, and this is Avida Towers Verge. So this one is located in Mandaluyong. It's in between Makati and Quezon City, and a very ideal location for your investment. Moving on, Avida Towers is at the 260,000 per square meter price already. And looking back, when 5 years ago, I was blessed to have invested in a property in Avida, and prices then were only at the 90,000 per square meter. So you can just imagine, in a span of 5 years, 2017 was not long ago, prices have increased already. Richard was talking about inflation early on in his presentation. And inflation, there are two sides to a coin. No? On the side of the consumer, you can see that inflation will really drive prices up. And if you don't catch them now, you'll have to pay a higher price later on if you invest in real estate later on. But also on the side of the investor, because inflation drives the prices up and you purchase it at the lower price, the higher the inflation, your investment will grow higher. And that's a very good investment for the investors. All right. So again, it's at the 260,000. If you compare the price to Makati, it's already at 290, and even to BGC, it's already at 290 as well. So with the price of Verge and with the construction of the new bridge, you're not very far away. You're just like 10 minutes away. And I usually use this bridge to cross to Ortigas. And because of this proximity, Verge is a very ideal location for tenants or people who work in BGC and Makati but can live very nearby. Also, as Richard mentioned, we are very near the Metro Manila subway project, and this will make Avida Towers Verge very accessible. All right, so we're also very near the EDSA MRT station, which is already existing. And again, because of infrastructure, we are driving prices up because of its proximity to infrastructure. Not sure if the slide is moving.
Yes, it's okay now.
I sit in the... Okay, so as you can see on your screen, we have retail outlets. These are existing ones. And this one is in the Avida Tower Centera, which is right in front of Avida Towers Verge. So similarly, we will also have the same retail outlets for Avida Towers Verge, and our residents will not need to go far away. As you can see on your screen also, we have very beautiful amenities and very sensible at that. We also consider the maintenance cost of the amenities that we place, and we want the condo juice to be a very affordable for our residents. And that is why we carefully select the amenities that we place so that the condo juice will not be too expensive, and yet it will be very useful for our residents. Like for this example, this swimming pool, we'll have a kiddie pool, we'll have a children's play area, we'll have a clubhouse, we'll have indoor gym, a laundry, and all the other amenities that we will have. So moving on, this is also the lobby, and this is the retail strip that I mentioned earlier. So for this project, we have more junior one-bedroom units. And looking at the terrain of the possible residents or even tenants of our units, it's the junior one-bedroom and the one-bedroom. that is very appealing to them, especially with the work from home situation that we had during the pandemic. So this is a Tower 2 floor plan. And Richard, can you be the one to control the screen? It seems
Okay.
like I'm skipping
Let me
some
go
slides.
back to the junior one bedroom, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the junior one bedroom. I can display it here. Yeah.
Okay. So for the junior one bedroom, as you can see on your screen, it's very spacious and it's very appealing to employees who will work within the vicinity of Verge or even Makati and BGC. Next slide, please.
One bedroom.
All right. So for the one bedroom, this is a little bit more spacious and can be for families or even couples, newlyweds. And usually we have residents here in Avida Tar Centera who appeal to the one bedroom. Next slide, please. All right, I'd like to talk about property appreciation. And again, Avida Towers Centera is just right in front of Avida Towers Verge. And as you can see on your screen, since 2011 when we launched it at 87,000 per square meter at 1.9 million for a studio, the current price is already at 200,000, and that's a 130% increase. Currently, Avida Towers Centera is sold out, all the 4 towers, and we have very happy residents residing already in this property. For Avida Towers Verge, we recently launched this. And the launch price that we had for this project was at the 199,000 in 2019. And for a junior one bedroom, that was only at the 4.3 million. And currently, it's already at 260,000. So you can just imagine pre-pandemic, a year before the pandemic, 199. And in 3 years' time, it's already at 260,000 or 5.7 million pesos for a junior one bedroom. So during the pandemic, as we all know, most people held on to cash. They did not want to buy property, but also some took advantage of the opportunities that were present that time. And for people who bought in 2020, I am sure that their property has already increased in terms of value, and they are now reaping the fruits of their investment. During the pandemic also, Avida Land did not stop in our construction, and we just continued to build the projects. And we are happy to inform you that we are on track with our turnover dates for our projects. And this is despite the pandemic. Note also that during the pandemic, while other competitors gave a huge discount of even 50% or even fire sale, Avida Land did not do that because that we did not want our property to devalue. And yet, as you can see on your screen, the prices just continued to increase over time in the last 3 years. And you can just imagine how much the price will be 5 years from now. All right, next slide, please, Richard. Because you are our guests tonight, we have an exclusive promo for you. If you reserve a unit tonight, you will be entitled to an overnight stay for two at any Seda hotel of your choice. And another exclusive promo that we have tonight is the payment term. No? So we can give you as much as 10% discount for accounts with 10% spot DP. Note that a 10% discount for a 5 to 6 million property is about 500,000 or 600,000. This is a huge amount that you can get, and I recommend that you really avail of these discounts. The Philippines is now getting back on track to its recovery, and discounts such as these might not be available in the coming quarters. The second option that we can give you for our exclusive promo for tonight is the extended pay term of 15% in 60 months. Again, during the pandemic, Avida really made it very convenient for our buyers to still continue with their investments. And that is why we offered extended pay terms of about 60 months. Note again that in the coming quarters, the 60 months might not be available. It might be reduced to 48 or even 36 months. because we are nearing already the turnover of our of project Avida Towers Merge. Now I'd like to move on to the next project, Avida Towers 1 Union Place. And this one is located in Arca South. So just a brief background, in 2012, Ayala Land purchased a 74-hectare property of Avida Towers, 1 Union Place in Arca South. This used to be a food terminal incorporated, and there were two other developers who bidded for this, but it was Ayala Land that was able to grab the property. So we are located in a strategic location. Next slide, please. And as Richardson mentioned earlier, Arca South will be accessible through the infrastructure projects of the subway. And we also have our own terminal transport system where 4,000 buses or 200,000 commuters per day are expected to travel within this vicinity of Arca South. Also, in addition, we also have one skyway exit from Makati, and we are very accessible. So with Arca South, this is being dubbed as the next BGC. So for those that have come visit the BGC, Arca South will be looking like a BGC estate. So next slide, please. As you can see on your screen, these are the master plan communities that we have, and Arca South will be one of them. And this is a 74-hectare property. Next slide, please. As you can see, we have already built the roadworks and the utilities in this property. And because of this, next slide, please, the land values have increased. No? So as you can see on your screen, land values in BGC in 2003 were 65,000 to 80,000. And in 2015, it's valued at 400 to 415. While Arca South in Taguig City, same area. In 2013, it was 150 to 155. A year later, it increased to 160 to 200,000. And you can just imagine the trajectory in 2025 of how much the price will be for Arca South in terms of land values. Next slide, please. So for our condo prices, as you can see on the left side of your screen for BGC, in 2020, the price of BGC condo projects was only 95 to 105,000 per square meter. And currently, you will not believe this. The current price of Avida projects in BGC is already at 260,000 to 300,000. I was actually one of the beneficiaries of this price increase in BGC. In 2013, when me and my wife purchased our home in BGC, the price was only at 130,000. And currently, we are already living in the home that we purchased in 2013. And note that as we live in the property, we are not yet fully paid with our bank loan. This means that during the pandemic, you really have to take advantage of the opportunities and take leverage on the payment terms that the developer is offering, and even leverage on the bank interest rates that are available now in the Philippines. So in the same way, as I mentioned earlier, Arca South is being dubbed as the next PGC. When we launched our projects in 2013, the price was only 104,000 to 109. And currently, it's already at 237,000 per square meter. That's almost double the price as well in a short period of time. So you can just imagine, in 2025, 3 years from now, how much will the price go up? And I vividly remember when we purchased our home in 2013, the thought in my mind was, it's really very expensive and I might not be able to afford it. No? But in the last 10 years stay with Avida, there was never a year that I said the price is already at its affordable price. Kasi tumataas lang siya ng tumataas eh. And if you don't catch it, you will never be able to catch it. So next slide, please. So I'd like to show you just quick photos. So this one is a render of Arca South. And then the next photo is Avida Towers 1 Union Place. And this is a 3-tower project. Next slide, please. So this is an actual photo of the lobby and the amenity area. You can see the pool on the middle portion. And then the next photo is the lobby area of the project. Now, we have an offer for you tonight. No? As you can see on your screen, we have what we call ready for occupancy program, and you can actually move into your new home immediately. We are offering in this pay term a 10% discount. So again, I mentioned earlier, discounts offered now might not be available in the near future. And with this RFO program or Ready for Occupancy program, you can move into your unit. And on top of that, you can still get a 10% discount. So that's also a huge discount that you can avail of. Now, next slide, please. Because you are our guests tonight, we also have an additional discount that you can get, and this one is 49,800 Hong Kong dollars, and then a 10% discount on the total selling price, and that was the discount that I mentioned earlier. Put this together, you'll get a huge discount because of your purchase tonight. Next slide, please. I'm now down to my last two slides. So imagine the real estate 5 to 10 years from now. Will you just watch the economy bounce back, or will you participate in the growth? The numbers that I showed earlier are very nice to look at. But if you don't start to invest or join the investments of real estate, you will not be able to realize the benefits of the value appreciation of your investments. Last slide, please, Richard. And you should judge each day not by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. And this one is according to Robert Stevenson. Of course, if you don't plant anything, you will not be able to harvest anything. And I encourage you to really start planting your investments in real estate as early as now. With this, I'd like to end my presentation. Thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you very much for that amazing presentation, Sir Jay. Now, let me just go here. Let's now proceed to the frequently asked questions, or FAQs, that are usually asked with us. So, can a foreign passport holder own a Philippine property in the Philippines? Yes. Good news. Condominiums can be owned by foreigners 100%, as long as there is 40% allocation in that tower. For a house and lot or lot only units, you will have to be Filipino for that, or have a Filipino spouse in order to own one. So for the 50-year rule for condominiums, will they automatically condemn a condo after 50 years? The answer is no. Since the land are freehold and perpetual ownership title under the name of the condo corporation, they are actually renewable every 50 years. Properties are also transferable to your children. And of course, on that 50 years, you will see other developers offering to buy the whole plot of land and the tower for redevelopment. Third question, can foreigners get a Philippine property mortgage? Yes, as long as the Philippine National Bank own a Philippine home loan is present in your country. Filipino citizens can avail in almost all Philippine banks. Can I rent out my unit while it is on mortgage or while it is on bank financing? Yes, contracts are usually 1-year lease, and usually there's a 1-year lease and 1-month commission on every 1-year lease. Okay. Ay, Jay, na sumasama lang sa iyo yung ano. Wait, let me just take out the... Okay, just a second. The remote control. Okay. Okay. So once again, things to consider. The longer you wait, the higher the costs. And you have to consider your children, because 10, 15, 20 years from now, pricing will be very, very different. So it's somehow very prudent to actually invest for them already while you still can, and to safeguard and secure their future in the long run. So not all properties are equal, and the developer makes all the difference. And once again, if you're in one of these countries, please visit our Ayala Land International Marketing offices near you today. So we have in San Francisco, Italy, Dubai, Singapore, and of course Hong Kong. if you're in Hong Kong, please let me know. And if you are a client through other ALIM offices, you can also contact them directly. Okay, so here are now the question and answer section. Please feel free to type your questions on the chat box, and we will try to answer your questions directly. So let me just
Yeah.
stop
Actually,
sharing.
Richard,
Okay.
there's already one question that was raised a while ago
Okay.
by Mr. Pedro Pimentel, one of our marketing partners. Hi, Pedro. So thank you for your question. He asked the name of the future ALP project in Circuit Makati. And Miss Rika, thank you so much for your very fast reply. She already replied
Mm.
to all of us. She said that the future ALP project has not been named yet. There's no launch announced yet, but she said that it will be located in the riverfront, at the riverfront. So again, we're so much privileged to have Sir Jay, Sebastian, and Ma'am Rita, who's thought to be our guest speakers for tonight. I would say this morning, this morning's presentation. It's always morning with Ayala Land Sale. So we're so privileged to have them speak very knowledgeably on four projects actually from Alveo, Callisto and Stella, the upcoming. We have LOI there, and of course from Avida, Avida Towers Verge, and Avida Towers One Union Place.
Mm.
So these four projects of Ayala Land in this area are very much directly that will be benefited by the by the Metro Manila subway and Makati Intra-Subway. So as what we have discussed earlier, our properties near this area will double, even triple by the time these subways are completed by 2026 to 2027. And again, as our two guest speakers had mentioned, it is today is the best time to really take this opportunity to really invest and cash in, because when it's subways completed, the price will really skyrocket. It will be harder for us to catch up on. And right now, they're offering very good, affordable, stretched pay terms, low DP, Aveo from 200,000 to 50,000 reservation fee. And then Avida, 15% low DP stretched in 48, 60 months. Where can you get this? So this will all be gone by second quarter of this year. And we are really holding these webinars for you to really be informed of all these offerings that our Ayala Land brands have been offering since this January. And we do not want to really miss out on these opportunities to invest. And again, as you have any other further questions, Richard, if we have in the chat box, please feel free to write them on the chat box. Do we still have ba?
I don't see any other questions, but this is what we're gonna do. We'll be sending you within today or tomorrow the pricing sample computations of the units that we've talked about, so you have a quick reference guide for you there, and just contact us if you have further questions, or if once you decide on purchasing or investing on an Ayala Land property. Okay, so is there anything else, Mustache?
I think nothing else, but yes, Ayala Land is all over the world. We have our offices in San Francisco, Dubai, Singapore, Italy, and of course Hong Kong. Our offices will be very able and ready to assist you in your inquiries. So please feel free to email us. So I think with that, we will again would like to thank you again and appreciate your time spending your 1 hour, and we've already breached our 1 hour reach. So I think because all the things that have been discussed by our guest speakers are really very wonderful news, considering especially with the LOI of Astella. So it's every time there is a new project developments, it's always something new and something to look forward to. And even our Avida for Arca South and Verge, this is really something that we really look forward to. So please feel free to email us, call us, and we'll be get in touch with our, especially with our marketing partners and guests. So we'll be emailing you, if not tonight, tomorrow. All right, so thank you very much again, Richard, Jonah, and Tasha here.
Thank you, Mr.
Again.
J and Miss Rika, for joining us as well.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you very much, and
Safe.
see you soon.
Thank you.